delicious Caribbean oxtail stew. And we're not going to waste any time. We're going to get right into it. But if you're new here, don't forget to like and subscribe. The night before, I seasoned my oxtails with salt, pepper, 1 small onion chopped, 2 tablespoons green seasoning, and I'll put the ingredients for green seasoning on the screen right here. 3 cloves grated ginger, 3 cloves grated garlic, and some grated ginger. 1 teaspoon ground allspice, 1 tablespoon Worcestershire sauce, 1 tablespoon of this, 1 tablespoon ketchup, and 2 teaspoons scotch bonnet pepper sauce. And I'm gonna mix this together. So I've let my pot heat up and I've added enough oil just to cover the bottom of the pot. And I'm going to put in roughly 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, light brown sugar. I'll put in like 2.5. And what I want is for that sugar to melt and start bubbling and caramelize. So you see how it's getting really dark? At this point, it's gonna start smoking a bit, so if you have a vent fan, you put it on. I'm trying not to put it on yet because I don't want it too loud in here. So my sugar is getting dark. I'm gonna go in with a dry spoon, no water on it, and stir this around. I'm going to add my pieces of oxtail. It's gonna get really loud and sputter. So now that the oxtails have that brown coating, I'm going to turn my heat down to medium and cover the pot for about 10 minutes. So you see it's formed some juices in the pot, and what we're going to do is we're going to let these juices simmer and reduce so we can concentrate the flavor. It smells so good in here! So this has been simmering for about 15 minutes. I've turned it occasionally and you see how thoroughly browned it is. The juices are concentrated below. And what I'm going to do is, this is the marinade that was left over that the oxtails was marinating in. I'm going to pour this in because you don't waste no good marinade. And I'm going to take some beef broth. And I'm going to pour enough to just barely cover the oxtails. Now I'm going to cover this for an hour and let this cook low and slow. So it's been an hour. I've come in and stirred this occasionally. Look how beautiful it looks. So what I'm going to do now is just taste the sauce to see if it needs some salt. I'm going to add a little salt. And because I don't have a whole scotch bonnet pepper to cook in here, I'm going to layer my flavor with some scotch bonnet pepper sauce. And my stove has been on medium. It's been on a 4. I'm going to turn it down a little and let this keep simmering for as long as it needs to be ready. So it's been about an hour and a half and I've been letting this cook. I've been stirring it, turning it over occasionally every few minutes. And the meat is starting to get tender. And you see how the water is down. I added just a touch of broth, what was left in my box. So I had enough liquid as I was simmering. So now I'm going to add some ketchup, about 3 tablespoons, and I'm going to add in a can of butter beans. Now I'm going to let this simmer for another 30 minutes or so. And if you need to, just add a little bit of water if you need a little bit more liquid in here. And there you have it. I plated these oxtails with some rice and some purple and green cabbage, and I devoured it. It was so good, made me lick my fingers, and I know you'll do the same if you try it. If you like this video, please give it a huge thumbs up and share it with your friends, and I'll see you next time. Bye!